Well, guys, looks like I'm live on my computer. That was kind of a real bummer. I was kind of excited to do one on Wendy's Gulf Island Rock, and I get a minute or two into the live stream, and then it dies on me. So go figure. Maybe that Mac doesn't like live streaming. I'm just using one of my old Toshibas here. I have a Toshiba and a Lenovo, and this is the one I usually live stream on, of course, and once in a blue moon on the other YouTube channel. So anyway, Happy New Year out there. And I did see you guys join in for the live stream on Gulf Island Rock. Wendy's still trying to figure it out on her iPad now. She's got an iPad. So if she can, I'll try a live stream on her Gulf Island Rock channel. But if you're in there, pop in and say hi. Happy New Year to everybody. We were just down at the polar bear swim, and it was a really quiet polar bear swim this year. There was, I got down there, there was a couple sitting on a round table on the beach there. And I said, did you guys go in? He says, yeah, we went in naked though. We went in before everybody else got there. So I says, that would have made a better YouTube video. But anyway, there was a few people in there. Hey, Campbell, Happy New Year's. And love from South Carolina, love from SSI. Right back at you. Yeah. I tried to do a live stream from Wendy's channel, Gulf Island Rock, and it just didn't work. I got about a minute or two into the live stream, and there was a lot of people in there, and it just kind of died on me. So that's the way it works. I don't understand it. And so we'll see how long this live stream works. Hope you guys had a happy New Year's Eve. It was pretty quiet for us, and we got to bed probably about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. That's about as late as we stayed up. Raining pretty heavily here. That's why I still got my Patagonia rain jacket on. We're down at the beach. It's interesting. It's pouring rain here. We drove down to Vesuvius Beach for the polar bear swim to watch it, and it wasn't raining there at all. So I tested the water temperature at water temperature between 8.3 and 8.5 degrees Celsius, ocean temp. And the air temperature here is 9 degrees Celsius. 9 degrees Celsius. Can you use winter grass fertilizer to increase sugar levels? Fertilizer only works in the warmer months. Yeah, I do it. I use it on ours, but you put it on in the warmer months. If you put, hey James, how's it going? Happy New Year. That lobster was good. It was really good. Wendy actually had two lobster tails, and I only got one. That bum. I had two. I had two pieces of prime rib though. Here. Wendy's trying to figure out her live streaming.
Okay, I'm on my iPad now, so you figure out how to get into the.
Okay, so there's me. So I tried it on Wendy's Gulf Island Rock, and it didn't work. Anyway, the lobster was awesome. The prime rib roast was absolutely amazing. And hey, Dara, yeah, thanks for coming over to Wendy's channel. I tried it, and I'm going to try it after this live stream on this iPad of hers here. We'll see if it works. Hello, Palms USA. So everybody have a happy New Year out there, I presume, and probably a pretty quiet one like us. And Palms USA, happy New Year. A very wet day on Salt Spring Island. It's pouring down with rain here. And I was out there this morning. It wasn't raining, and now it's raining. So can rain make? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not, I doubt it, man. I mean, you can put it to the test. I use winter fertilizer on my palms grass food because a lot of times we'll have leftover here and there, and I'll throw it around some of the palms. And I don't have to worry about cold hardiness here with windmill palms because they're fully cold hardy. But maybe some of the other ones that are less hardy, maybe a Washingtonia, but I don't know. -17 is pretty cold. But you know what? You can put it to the test, Jason. Put it to the test and then let us know. And you got to remember, palms are in the grass and lily family. They're a monocot, right? So, I mean, it does definitely green them up. That's for sure. A slow release, but a slow release grass food is only going to work when temperatures are above a certain level. If they're too cold, that just sits there until it gets warm enough, and then it kicks in. Quite dry in Ireland. Wow, lucky you. This is the wet season here, man, and it is just raining to beat the band out there right now. Alec, how's it going? I think Jason's in Alberta. Yeah, Jason's in Alberta, right? Are palms in the grass clade? Palms are a monocot like grass and lilies, and they're growing from a center spear, right? A center point. So they don't have branches on them like trees, and then the secondary xylem. They're different than a tree, right? Palm trees. They're not really a tree. Happy New Year, Alec. Happy New Year, Dave in Prince George from Southern Gulf Islands, the wet Southern Gulf Islands. It was funny yesterday when we were having our dinner. There was a bit of a discussion, and the discussion came up when people move here to Salt Spring Island or the West Coast. You know, they usually visit in the spring or summer months when it's really nice, and they don't visit in the winter months when it's really wet. And if you visit in the winter months, you probably wouldn't want to move here if you don't like a lot of rain. Hey, Sander, how's it going? Because it does rain, and it can rain here a lot in the winter months. This is our wet season. Palms with branches, which ones? Because palms have, I'm not talking trunks. I'm talking petioles, right? Petioles are not really branches. But which ones are you talking? East African doom palm? The ones that kind of have multiple trunks on them? So which ones are they? Give me the dirt. I've seen actually a double trunker Phoenix sylvestris in Hawaii at the end of the LOI Canal. Braden Holloway, Jason, I'm southwest of Calgary, Alberta. I've got +1. You got +1. Cool. Yeah, it's mild over there today in Calgary. Yeah, doom palms. But are they really branched, or is it actually multiple trunks? I've seen them before. You know what? I have to look. I have to look now, guys, because it's been a while since I've seen an East African doom palm. Very misty DC 37. Okay, so it's 48 or 49 degrees Fahrenheit here. What is the Latin name for a doom palm? Does anybody know? 10C and Cochrane. Hey, balmy and palmy. Now, if it could stay there all winter, but in the back of my mind, I keep thinking maybe we're going to get a bit of a cold blast in February or January sometime. Look like a lot of branches to me. Way of the okay, let's just see a doom palm. Doom. I don't know if they have it. He's got the Latin names, and I don't know the Latin name for a doom palm. Hang on, I'm looking. Can somebody look that up? Can somebody Google that for me? I want to get a picture of it. It'll be in this book. Doom palm, 227. 227. Let's see what it says here. I'm going to show you what a doom palm looks like, and maybe they are branched. It's been a while since I've seen them. 227. Those are more like trunks, I think. Yeah, there's a doom palm right there. Let's just see. Is that a picture of one right there? They kind of look like this, right? Correct? See, they got multiple trunks. They got trunks that come out. So I don't know. Is it branching, or are those just a trunk that shot off to the side? What do you think? Is it a branch or a trunk? I've seen a phoenix like that before too, right? So they're pretty cool palms. I wish they were hardy and we could grow them here. I think San Francisco Bay is an awesome climate. You can grow everything in San Francisco. It's rare that they ever get frost. Everglades palm, Acela referidii. I think that's what it is, Acela referidii. Is that how you say it? Something like that. Silver saw palmetto. I love the rain. You know what? Yeah, we do get a lot of rain here in Winter Palms, USA. 43 in VA. Happy New Year, Michael in Poland. Dara 6C there. Jason 10 in Cochrane. That's warm. I didn't think it was that warm there. Let me see. Cochrane, Alberta weather. I'm going to it right now. Let's just see. It says, mine says 4. Mine says Cochrane, Alberta, current temperature is 4 degrees Celsius on Cochrane, Alberta, on this weather right here. I'm on Environment Canada. That's what it's saying. And low temperature is going to be Saturday, 3, and then you're going to get down into the minus side, but still not too bad for Alberta. So very misty and foggy. Happy New Year, everybody out there. I'm glad you joined in. Hello, Jane. Aloha to Jane in Hawaii. The mighty Southwest is in there. Happy New Year. And how do trunking palms work? Is it like a tuber? No, I don't think it's a tuber. Just grows from a single trunk, and then they kind of get more trunks that come off of them. Here's an image. And you look at Camarops humilis and Rapidophyllum, they get offsets from the bottom, right? Show, error, try again. That doesn't work. Error. Awesome. I am in the DC area. Roads, lots of awesome palms and pimentos. Cool. That's awesome. Bugger muffins. Bugger muffins, boys. Palm my sago. Well, Bugger muffins, we pulled your name out of the hat there, the last draw. You know that, eh? So Bugger muffins, you get a prize. You're the other name. You're the first name we pulled out of the hat, but has a week passed already. It may have. Southern Alberta winter has been awesome this year. We had minus 23 degrees late October, though. Cool. Well, I hope you have a mild winter right through till spring. Could a tough sable miner survive there with protection? Jason, with protection. I honestly don't know of any palm trees growing anywhere in Alberta without protection. Bugger muffins. Every month I'm going to do a draw. So Michael got it. That was over. Yeah, that was over a week ago, I think, wasn't it? The draw that I did. It was something like that. It was over. It was before Christmas anyway. That's for sure. Yeah, Michael in Poland, and I sent him some stuff off to Poland. Could a tough sable miner? Well, the toughest I know of is probably McCurtain County. Also, Razorback. Is it Mount? Yeah, McCurtain in Oklahoma, and then there is the ones in southwestern Arkansas that grow there natively. Any successful palms in the States? Probably yes, Braden, but never in Canada. In Canada, there are no palm trees long-term lower than zone 8A. I can tell you that. You show me a palm tree in Canada that without protection long-term, more than 15 years, that have never had protection in lower than zone 8A. I know of some big palms in zone 8A close to Vancouver, close to our coast, and even here in Salt Spring. Warren City, Arkansas. That's the ones. I have a lot of those palms, USA. I have a ton of those in the greenhouse, and we have a bunch in the garden too. Yeah, I've never been there, but I really want to go visit all the awesome palms. Well, thanks for joining in, Bugger Muffins. Hope you had a good New Year. So KRS, I'd say sable miner from good eco type. So Warren City, Arkansas, McCurtain County. There's some nice ones that grow in North Carolina. There's some hardy sable miner that grow in those areas. But you know what? Somebody needs to plant a palm tree in Alberta somewhere to prove me wrong that they can survive the winter without protection. See, I'm saying they won't. I'm saying they will never survive a winter without protection. You will not grow a sable miner or needle palm there without protection. It's going to need it in Alberta. It gets far too cold there. I know what the temperatures are in Alberta. Yeah, you can have warm temperatures now, but you're always going to get hit. It's going to get cold. Sugar in the levels act like an end. They do. That's why they are hardier when you're in the zone 7 in the States, in the deep south. They have the heat, and we don't have that heat. You know what I mean? And they also get way above freezing. So when you guys get into a deep freeze in Alberta, it stays there. It usually stays there and it locks in. Thanks. What are the differences between USA? A big difference. So a zone 8, a zone 7 in the southern states is probably more like an 8A, 8B in the north here. Alberta is dry in winter. Yes, it is dry in winter. We're very wet here, but it's very cold. You got to remember, I think the warmest growing zone in Alberta is 5. Palm tree, dude. So it's a cold area. It's too hostile for palm growing unless you're willing to protect them, unless you're willing to box them in. Okay, so I'm in zone 8B, 9A, more like 9A. It's been 9A where I live since 2008. And before that, it's been 9A for a long time. But we hit December 2008, and then 9A, it went back into high into 8B. And there's Benjamin. Happy New Year. So that's my theory. I've been growing palm trees long enough, hardy palms, to know what they can handle in cold. And I've seen them fried in Zone 8A, southeast of Vancouver. So if they get fried in Zone 8A, southeast of Vancouver, they're certainly going to get killed in Zone 7 anywhere else in Canada in a bad freeze. That's just the way it is. But prove me wrong. I know of palms. Some of my palms, there's a guy in New Brunswick growing one of my waggy palms. I sent him the seed or the seedlings, and it's quite big now. It's probably got about 7 feet of trunk on it. And he protects it every year. He's got it in an alcove. He puts lights around it and he boxes it in, I guess. I just bought a huge sable miner for 40. Oh, that's cheap, bugger muffins. That is super cheap. Here, 5-gallon ones are about $80. KROS Palm, Michael, -9, not too bad. I kind of gave up on those a long time ago, Benjamin, because of Facebook came along, and there's just way more. There's way more groups on Facebook, and I've started groups on Facebook too. So that's why I gave those ones up a long time ago. Has 20 been the mildest winter? Well, we haven't even really started winter yet. We're just getting into it. So the coldest temperature we've had here already was -0.2. I think it was -0.2. Let me look at my book here. Was it -0.2? It's on the, is when we had, did we have that frost? It was before Christmas. Let me look here, folks. Let me put my glasses on, and I'll tell you how cold it was here. -0.2 on the 24th. So Thursday, December 24th, the low temperature was -0.2, and not even cold enough to nuke the banana leaves. The snow broke them, and the high temperature was 3.7 that day, and it was sunny out. So we had one of those clear, cool days. But the mildest winters I've seen, we never got below about -1.8 degrees Celsius, something like that. So yeah, I haven't been on those forums for such a long time, Benjamin, just because of Facebook has so many more forums, and there's way more people on them here. If Alberta is 8 or 9 Phoenix, why would, yes, they would. Absolutely, Jane. The problem with Alberta, it's landlocked, okay? It's way far in from the ocean. And they have extreme, like this continental climate, and it gets extremely cold there, even in the south. And they don't have any ocean to regulate the air temperature. So it's a very hostile environment for palm trees. So if you want to grow palm trees in Canada without protection, you need to move to the coast. That's just the way it is. It is 2021, Logan. Thank God. The lowest temperature of my palms would have been 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So -14.8 degrees Celsius. And that was back in the it was either the late 1980s or 1990. It was a bad winter. February 4th, 1989 was a bad one, and December was a bad one. So they were single digit, but that wasn't here. That was at my last location. So the coldest temperature I've ever recorded here was around 18 degrees Fahrenheit. That was in December 2008. Oh, there's Paul. 7. Okay, we got 9 degrees Celsius here, and it's raining. We're just at the polar bear swim. I'll upload a video of it after. It's a pretty quiet polar bear swim. Few people. I should never have to worry about sable miner winter. No, never. I don't think you have to worry about sable miner down there. Well, Jane, there's native cactus in Alberta. I can tell you that. So one time, I've been to Alberta a couple of times. So we went to Edmonton to stay at my ex's when I was married to another lady. We stayed at her relative's place across the street from the West Edmonton Mall. We decided to drive down to Drumheller. So we stayed at Drumheller, and I looked out the window of the Super 8 hotel I was staying at, and the whole hillside was covered in opuntia cactus. So there are lots of cactus in Alberta, that's for sure. So bugger muffins, yes, they will do really well in Georgia. And there's actually native sable miner there too, I believe. I have 2 cactus growing here. They'll do good. Just put them in well-draining soil. North Vancouver in the mountains, West Van. Yeah, it's mild there too. There's a lot of palm trees in Benjamin, a lot of palm trees in Vancouver, West Vancouver, South Vancouver, and North Vancouver. It's a very palmy place. There's palms all over the place. Do you know when my seeds will arrive? No, it's all up to the post office. Once they're out of my hands, it's in the post office hands, Jason. It could take 2 weeks, but they're in the mail. Everything's mailed. I did a big mail of packages the other day. Yours was in there, so I could never tell you when they're going to arrive. It's all up to the snail mail. And I know things are slower at this time because of, what's going on in the world. There's even a big thing posted on the front of our post office. It says, due to, what's going on in the world, things are taking longer. So be patient. They will get there, but they're in the mail. And once they leave my hands, the packages I can't do. There's Duck Killer Clyde. Happy New Year. I can't control how long it will take to get there. So Europe takes a long time. I sent one to Michael. I guess it was Michael, wasn't it, in the spring? And it took 5 weeks to get to Michael in Poland, but he did get it. But that was in Poland. So it takes a lot. It's a lot faster to get to other areas in Canada. So let me know when they arrive. Jason, you got to remember, I ship seeds weekly, right? And I do seeds and seedlings year round. Well, seedlings I do in the spring and summer and early fall, and then seeds I can do just about year round. I mail stuff out weekly. I got 3 more orders today. I got one guy who wants 400 seeds, so I got to get those ready after this live stream. And then I got some heading down to, I guess it's North Carolina, and somebody wants some seeds in New Jersey too. So I think Phoenix dot would survive 8A if it dry winter. Jane, yeah, because Dactylifera is a very hardy palm. I believe it, palm tree dude. In the south, not a problem. Happy New Year, Clyde. Hope it's going well down there in Oregon. Yeah, I couldn't afford to live in West Vancouver. It's so expensive. You got to be a multimillionaire to ever buy a place in West Vancouver. Marcus, I don't sell those, but you have to buy those on eBay. That was to Canada, and it's around $60 into Canada. That was with shipping. Yeah, so Marcus flipping, you need to go online. I think you can get them on eBay, and I always check out the shipping because shipping can be a killer. North Vancouver is super expensive, Benjamin. It is so expensive, it's not even funny. Vancouver, like White with Dreamy, I said Vancouver is a complete ripoff. I'm going to tell you something right now. My aunt bought her place in 1968. That's a newer house she moved into from her last place in Vancouver in 1968, and she paid about $48,000 for it. Guess what? It's worth about $7 million now, and that's no lie. That's how much it's worth in South Vancouver. I heard that, yeah, I've heard of them even surviving a little bit lower than that, slightly lower, and coming back with the offsets and everything, because they do get offsets. All of Vancouver is extremely expensive. I was born there. Yeah, me too. I bet you Dublin's super expensive. I had a Dactylifera seedling survive in the ground here for quite a few years. I just pushed the seed in the ground and it survived, and then it's 2008, I think, killed it. The offshoots are hardier. Yeah, it's just like Camerops humilis. Bad winter, usually the main trunk dies on a Camerops humilis in a cold spot, and the offsets come back. I've had it happen to me on the mainland. It was the winter of 89. February 89 was really cold. Early February, it got down to minus 12, 13, 14, whatever it was. I'd have to look at my book. And then the main trunk died and the suckers came back. I'm going to Squamish. The mountains are beautiful. I don't care if needles. Yeah, you like Squamish. Squamish is nice. There's no doubt about it. Squamish is actually a beautiful place. I planted a bunch of them with the fruit on them, Jane, last year, and nothing came up. Maybe I should have taken the fruit off as an experiment. Squamish is very expensive too, Benjamin. I'm just giving you the heads up. Washingtonia flipper is hardier than you think. Yeah, but it's not hardy anywhere in Canada. I can tell you that. Trust me from experience. I've experimented with lots of them. Oh, did you living in Squamish? Oh, you did live there. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was really quiet back then. Yeah, exactly, palm tree dude. They absolutely hate moisture. Flipper hate moisture, and they even hate dampness in the air too. Cool dampness, they hate it. Endless, somewhere warm year round. Aren't canaries more dangerous than Dactylifera? Well, they got a lot of spines on them, but they take a lot more water. They can take way more humidity, not humidity, winter wetness than Dactylifera. Southwest is unaffordable. It is. It's expensive. Southwest coast of BC is very expensive. Where we live on Salt Spring Island, the Southern Gulf Islands are very expensive. And I'm not going to lie, it is a very, very costly place to live. Not only for houses, but you want a raw chunk of land and just the cost of living, gas prices, food prices, because we're on an island. And when you're on an island, everything costs more. Haida Gwaii, you can grow palm trees, Benjamin. I'll tell you that. There are palm trees in Haida Gwaii. I've never been to Prince Rupert, and I really want to go to Haida Gwaii. Wendy's son's been to Haida Gwaii a few times. One of my uncles used to live in Haida Gwaii when it was Queen Charlotte's. Yep, they do grow in New Mexico palm tree, dude. I've seen big ones there, pictures of them. Yeah, I saw, actually it was a Phoenix sylvestris camel, and it was in Waikiki. And I looked up into the Phoenix sylvestris, and there was a minor bird trapped in there. It was dead. It died in the bird got caught in this palm tree, and it died in the palm tree. It was sad. Not much I could do about it. Matter of fact, I might have a video of it or a picture. Folifera is hardier than Dactylifera, but Dactylifera can take. Yes, you're right, Jane. Jane knows her stuff. I think Haida Gwaii might be more affordable, Benjamin, for sure. I sent a bunch of my palms and seeds up. There were some people that stayed in our B&B. They were native guys from Haida Gwaii. They were native First Nation people, and they came down here and stayed at our B&B for a couple of days. So I sent them back with a bunch of palm seedlings and lots of seeds to try up in Haida Gwaii. Haida Gwaii, the winters are very mild and wet. What's your opinion on growing Trithrinics? Well, my friend has one, Michael, in his garden in Victoria. Jeff has one he planted 20 years ago, and the trunk is about as tall as me. It's a Trithrinics. I don't think it was campestris, might be a canthocoma. So you could move up to Folifera's hardy too in desert climates, yeah, but it's no good anywhere in Canada, Benjamin, trust me. It is a useless palm tree in Canada unless you grow it in a pot and bring it in the winter. Keep it dry. Haida National Park Reserve, Haida Heritage Site, Haida Gwaii is the World Heritage. I'd love to go to Haida Gwaii, and Wendy and I will go up there one day. That's far north of our islands. I'd be trying a Cuban wax palm. Yeah, that'd be a nice one to grow. Isn't that Copernicea alba? What about Prince Rupert? Prince Rupert's possible, I bet you. I'm thinking Prince Rupert is probably zone 7B, maybe. And Haida Gwaii is 8. I'm on my way there when I go for holidays, Dave. No, I've never heard of the place. The only time I ever hear about it is from, I don't know where it exists. Where is Alealeia Atoll? Bigfoot talks about it. I don't know. I've never looked it up, really. It isn't? Oh, somebody said it's not a real place. I can keep in Quebec thanks to winter. Yes, you'd have to keep it dry. And it might do okay if you keep it dry and warm in the winter. So I won't grow back on the specific frond. If you trim back the spine, will they grow? That's a good question. I don't know, Camel. I'm not too sure. Bugger muffins. My potted Folifera does great in the southeast. And I bet it does. Can you use grass, winter fertilizer, musabaju? Yep. I've used it on mine, but in the warm season. Yeah, I don't know where Alealeia Atoll is. I don't know. I mean, I've talked all over the world on my radio here, and you've seen my radios. You can watch my videos of me. I've talked all over the South Pacific and Central Pacific on my radios. There's my D104 microphone. That is a preamp one, and I get out really good because I'm pushing a lot of power. And I've never heard of Alealeia Atoll, and I've got places mapped all over the world where I've talked. Even when I was a kid, I'd put pins in the map, and I don't ever recall talking to Alealeia Atoll. It doesn't ring a bell. It's in the middle of Antarctica. Maybe it is. I'll have to look it up. I'll try grow every hot summer loving palm in BC. Well, you should. If you move here, you got to give it a try. See, Benjamin, I've been experimenting with palm trees for a long time. And I was a zone pusher a long, long time ago. I used to zone push a lot of palms. And lots of trial and error. I've lost a lot of palm trees over the years, trust me. Alealeia Atoll. I don't know where it is. Somebody look up Alealeia Atoll for me. Yep, sounds like it'd be in the South Pacific somewhere. Benjamin, you really want to grow good palms, go to Tofino or Ucluelet on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Jubea and Rhipidophyllum are very frost. Yes, a 2-year seedlings, 4 leaves. Yeah, I'd wait till spring. I'd definitely wait till spring, Michael. And they're fully hardy here, but they do like a lot of heat units. Are there any fjords near Salt Spring? No. You got to remember, we're only about 103 miles north of Seattle. There's no fjords anywhere near here. There's no glaciers near Salt. We're out in the ocean here on an island, so there's nothing like that here. Inland, if you go inland into the mountains, yeah, I'm a big zone pusher. Yes, you are, and that's good. It's good to be a zone pusher. Homes USA, Bigfoot's made he also made a video saying he trolled your channel. That doesn't surprise me. Nothing ever surprised me. And I think he did troll my channel. Not good to troll people. I'm going to grow more cool summer. Well, you got to grow Trachycarpus fortunae, that's for sure. I shot a video just for you today, Benjamin. I was in town with Wendy, and I'm going to title it, Who Says Trachycarpus Palms Are Ugly? And I shot a video of a beautiful Trachycarpus palm tree, one that I grew from seed and planted as a seedling, and it does look beautiful. I understand Bigfoot is a little kid just messing around. Yeah, I don't think he's that old. I think he's probably about, or she's 14. I think she's 14, something like that, 15. Just a kid. Just a kid having fun, eh? There was no internet when I was a kid. We used to use crank calls. Remember, you'd pick up the phone. Yeah, I think Bigfoot is harmless, and I think she's a nice kid. You remember when we were younger? I don't know. Would you do crank calls, Dave? Do you remember that? No, it's a she. I think it's a she, Dave. And we'd do crank calls. So you'd phone somebody on the phone because there was no call display back then. There was no computers. This was long before the internet, and we'd fool around. So we'd troll people's phones. That's how we did it. They look beautiful here, the Pacific Northwest. Benjamin, there are some prime looking trackies here, and you see them in the west coast of Vancouver Island. Yes, but it is a girl for sure. Believe it or not. Oh, did you crank call? Right on. Yeah, we used to do that all the time. And that's when we had the rotary dial phones. We didn't have push button. We just used the rotary dial, and we'd just say silly things. So it's kind of like trolling. Iceland and Faroes could use some trees from Salt Spring, get a lot of salt and moisture. Yeah, see, that's one thing we don't get. We don't get salt winds here, and we don't get a lot of wind here. We're quite fortunate that way. But I think palms would probably survive there in the Faroe Islands in a sheltered spot. Oh, yeah, we used to do them all the time when we were like 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. We do them back in the day. That's, God, 45 years ago. More than that, 50 years ago. Iceland and the Faroe Islands, let's see. Our forest here consists of conifers mostly. So it's Douglas fir, hemlock, western hemlock, grand fir, and western red cedar, and yew. Okay, what do we say? What do we have here? Bigfoot has so many YouTube channels. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that kid's got more YouTube channels than you can shake a stick at. I think that kid has probably got about 15 YouTube channels. We used to do Oh, I remember that. I remember that, knocking on the doors too. I prank called a pizza place a few years ago, and they connected me with the oh my God, are you serious? That's funny. So you got to listen to the Jerky Boys. You ever listen to the Jerky Boys? This was back in the 90s. These guys are a comedy act, but they only do prank calls. The Jerky Boys are hilarious. You can get them on YouTube. I made the tracky 8 for him, and I made it you made a track. Well, I should post some of the trackie I shot today. I'll put a video of it up later. Yes, it is definitely a girl though, Dave. I've watched a lot of their videos, even from the ones when they started. It's definitely a girl, a masculine girl. The Faroes are like constant in the 50s. And no, I know that's the thing. So I always thought palm trees, Trachycarpus palms would grow well there. How cold tolerant are Musabaju leaves? A good frost will kill them. So a light frost isn't going to do anything, but a good frost is going to kill them. And a good frost is probably like about -2 or something like that. -2, -3 is going to nuke those leaves. Celsius. I used to call the pizza place, order a bunch of pizza, then show up and buy them as a Oh, no way. You're smart, dude. That's funny. Ocean climates are cool. They are. And that's what makes it kind of wild here on the southern Gulf Islands and off the Pacific coast of Canada. We have the Pacific Ocean. It's like the coast, the whole Pacific Northwest. You got Washington, Oregon, Northern California, and coastal British Columbia. We're 100% ocean influenced. We have the North Pacific current and the offshore Japan current. So there's never usually extremes when you get near the ocean, right? You're not going to see the extremes as you would far inland. Alea Atoll. Well, I got to find Alea Atoll. Where? Duck Killer Clyde knows a lot of stuff. Where is Alea Atoll? Have you heard of that place? I want to know where it is. B. Rosie. Hey, Rosie. You know what? I got to put B. Rosie's name in the draw here. B. Rosie. Where is my draw book? You're going to go into the draw with everybody else. Okay? And the draw is once a month. So B. Rosie. And you got a week to claim your prize after I pull your name, if I pull your name. If you don't, after a week, then I pull somebody else's. That's just the way it works. Anyway, Happy New Year, Rosie. And I hope you had a good New Year. So there we go. Your name's in the draw now too. Jane, most of the forest near the city is full of invasive. Yeah, well, we have a lot of invasive stuff here too. We have English ivy, and we have laurel, and we have butterfly bush, and we have holly, lots of English holly. Ivy is the worst. Oh, cool. B. Rosie. Okay, B. Rosie is in the draw. B. Rosie, Betty, you're in the draw. Okay, so I could pull your name or I could pull Clyde's name, but that's at the end of January. Okay, so stay tuned. So if you're not in here and I pull your name and Clyde, your hubby's in the name in the live stream, then he can tell you that you won. All right, so good to have you in here. Like I say, notice I still got my raincoat on. That's how wet it is here, man. I got my Patagonia raincoat on because we were down at the polar bear swim, and when we left here, it was pouring rain. When we got down there, it actually wasn't that bad. Joe, you need to create your t-shirt palm tracky. There is actually there was a Palm Society tour I did hear about. Oh, it was in the 90s. And there was shirts made up, and I actually have a shirt. I'll have to find it and show it to you guys next live stream. Let's just see. You don't get humidity on Salt Spring. No, in the wintertime, we get tons of it. In the summertime, the humidity's low, Camel. So low humidity in the summer. And once you start getting into fall and stuff like that, later fall, then it gets more humid because we get rain, right? Can a lawn umbrella be used as a... Yes, it can. Jane, absolutely. Yeah. I heard minus 29 won't kill Musabaju. Well, Jason, I know a guy that grows them in Ottawa, Ontario, Musabaju, and it gets flipping cold in Ottawa, just like it does in Moscow, and they come back every year. So what he does, he cuts them down. Mark Ladisseur is his name, and he posts pictures in my group on Facebook, and he mulches them with straw or leaves, and they come back every year from the ground. So anyway, I'm glad your wife is in there, Duck Killer Clyde. So now we got her name in the draw. That's a good thing. So you got a better chance of winning now. 2 people from one family. That's awesome. Joe, so we'll tell Wendy to create. Wendy's good at creating stuff, eh? So Wendy has created books. She's made books, and there's that one there, right? There's the Banana Joe book she made years ago, and then there's a Tiki book she made. I don't know if I have the Tiki book here. Oh, there's the Tiki book she published there. Tikis, right? Some of the Tikis I've done. I've done hundreds of Tikis over the years. So there is the Tiki book. It's all different Tikis. I think she did these ones in 2013. And then what we have here is, let's get that out of the way. And then she's got this one here. This one's actually in the library on Salt Spring as well. Salt Spring Island, BC, Canada, Subtropical Flora and Gardens, Volume 1. And there's a sunrise on Salt Spring Island right there. So she did do books. Wendy's good at doing that stuff. I'm not good at doing that stuff. She's also good at making the business cards and all that stuff too, because she's a graphic designer. Yeah, so we'll tell her to work on some shirts. No Scout today, but I have a Prince George malt beer. We still have some Kona. I had one last night. I had a Sneaky Weasel. That's it. Yes, half my family. Oh, really? I'm not. Like, I rarely drink. Do you sell wood art, Joe? Yes, I do. I ship it all over the world. Yeah, Wendy's talented. I'm not that talented. She's got more talent. Here's some of the cards. She's designed a lot of cards over the years, right? So the latest ones were these here. There's my business card, and it's got the YouTube channels on it. And so that's Banana Joe's Nursery, and then it's got Gallery 59, Magnolia Petal B&B, and then here's another card that says Gallery 59, Magnolia Petal B&B. And then I'll show you some of my original cards from years ago. Let's just see. I'll show you my original Banana Joe cards. They should be in here. And then some from a long time ago, from back in the 1990s. Somebody made me these cards, right? There are some really old ones from back in the 1990s. and then these ones here. These are kind of cool cards. There's some old cards, my old business cards right there. And I always say at the bottom, I usually say in a plant a palm, you can't grow wrong, right? So there we go. But Wendy didn't do these ones. These ones I got at a printing place on Salt Spring. How many sable palmettos do you have? Quite a few, but small ones. Yeah, it'd be nice to sell merch. What's the 59 stand for? Wendy was born in 1959. So that's what she calls her gallery. Her other gallery was kind of like, and she also calls it Starry, Starry Night. The year Wendy was born, yeah. Duck Killer Clyde, smart, you betcha. So she was born in 59, and I was born in 64. She is a 59 model. And I'm still going to try doing a live stream on her channel. So guys, I'm going to go to the closet. I'm going to show you a shirt that was put out for a Palm Society tour. I got to find it in here. If I can find it, I have a lot of shirts. A lot of concert shirts. Is that it right there? I think that might be it. Unbelievable. I found it that fast. So this is a shirt that was put out. Palm Society, Palm and Exotic Plant Society, Salt Spring Island Tour, 1999. Right there. So these are the shirts that the Palm Society put out back in 1999 when I held a garden tour. I've had about 3 Palm Society tours here over the years. So that's an older one there, and that's a garden down on the right on the ocean there. That's where the butias are growing. Big butias growing in there, and huge camarops, palms, and big cordylines. So it's a pretty cool shirt. That is full of concert shirts. That closet. There's probably about 30 concert shirts in there, tucked away that I never wear anymore. Flifera seeds. You can get them online, Benjamin, easily. You could go online and get them. Banana Joe face masks. Hey, Wendy can make those. Hey, Wendy, got an idea. Somebody said Banana Joe face masks. Wendy's actually a sewer too. 99, Duck Killer Clyde. 99, baby. You were born in 1999? Man, you're a young guy. Anyone selling Flifera seeds? Yeah, eBay will sell Flifera seeds. The best band from Canada. Oh, Bachman Turner Overdrive. I saw Rush in concert. I saw them in 1982. I like Bachman Turner Overdrive. Well, Randy Bachman lived on our island forever. And I'll tell you something about his son, Tal Bachman. I know Tal and Tracy, and they're not married anymore, but Randy's son, Tal Bachman, and I was friends with him. He phones me up one day and he says, Joe, I got these spiky plants in my garden and Tracy really doesn't like them. Maybe you want them. Can you come over and take a look at them? If you like them, you can dig them out. So I go over to his place with my shovel in the minivan. This was years ago. And it's a big New Zealand flax. So I dug it out and I says, well, what about those spiky plants? So I point to 2 palm trees. He says, I'll go ask Tracy. So he goes in the house. This is Tal Bachman, Randy Bachman's kid. And he comes back and he says, yeah, Tracy doesn't like those either. You might as well dig them out. So I dug out these 2 palm trees at his place. They weren't that big. They're about maybe this big. Now they're big. Now they got about 8 feet of trunk on them. So that was years ago. And Tal moved away and Randy moved away from Salt Spring 2 years ago. And I sold Randy's wife, Denise, a cluster of 3 palm trees. And I got a video of me here harvesting seed from them. And Randy just lived down the road from us here, Randy Bachman and Denise. And those palms are big now. And they produce tons of seed. And they were right on the lake. Their house was right on the lake. It's a massive rammed earth house. It's got to be probably 7,000 square foot with a recording studio in it. But I don't know where Randy moved to. I mean, moved to the mainland somewhere. Let's just see. What else have we got in here? I'm just reading all the comments. There's a lot of comments in here. This is good. Ask on palm talk or pure flifera. Yeah, and I mean, you could also ask on people who love palm trees. Somebody might have flifera seeds. When were you born? Let's see. Duck Killer Clyde. I missed that. Alec born. Oh, you're born in 82. You're still a young guy. 82. 82 was a good year. I was 18 years old and cruising around in my Nova SS. It was awesome. I should show you a picture of my Nova SS. I used to really like muscle cars, and I still love muscle cars. So my Nova SS was there. It is with the hood popped. Let's get a better picture of it here. There's my Nova. There's my Nova SS right there, and it was a nice car. I'm still kicking myself for selling it, but I was driving around that in the early 1980s, right there. So when Duck Killer Clyde was born, I'm cruising around in my Nova SS. It was a fast and fun car, and I should have never ever sold it, but I did. And you can't keep everything, right? Camel Coke 2003. My Rush is amazing. Rush I saw in September 1982 in the Coliseum, Vancouver Coliseum, and they were awesome. And Neil Peart, when he was alive, he was an amazing drummer. That's for sure. Gonna buy my girlfriend or family Banana Joe face mask. I don't know. What would Wendy put on that mask? A big banana? Like a big, I got a lot of banana things here. You should put a big banana on the front of it like this, like a smiley face, right? Good. Got one of these too. See this? Banana harmonica? How about a banana harmonica? Have you seen one of those? I got so many banana things in here, it's not even funny. Don't put any ideas into Wendy's head. You were born in 2009, so you're only 12, going to be 12. I was born in 64, so I'm older than all you guys. I'm 22 on the 26th. Yeah, my youngest son he'll be 21. Trevor will be 21 in July 13th. He's got a really good YouTube. He's a hip hopper, right? My youngest son is a hip hop artist, so he's got a YouTube channel called Blue Naughty, and he writes his own songs and does his own videos, right? But he has somebody video for him. So yeah, BLUENOTTI, Blue Naughty. You can check him out. It's Trevor Clementi. And he's been YouTubing since he was probably about 8 years old. And unfortunately, he had so many videos and excellent videos on his other channels, he got rid of them. And now it's just Blue Naughty. I wish he would have kept his ones when he was a kid. They were great. It was a great channel. 39. So you're still a young dude. August. Oh, to be 39 again, Clyde. My wife wants you to be. Your wife's awesome. I hope I pick her name out of the hat. I hope I pick her name out of this. Right here, Betty, your name is in there. We'll shake it up real good. Actually, I let Wendy pick the name. So I think it'd be really cool if I picked Duck Killer Clyde or Betty's name out of this bucket here. Or cool if I picked anybody's name. Wendy will pick the name. So stay tuned, folks. I'm going to head. See you. Oh, you're going to head. See you, Dara. Take care, buddy. Happy New Year. Stay safe out there in Ireland. Let's just see. What do we got here? Betty wants drop keys. That's funny. I love it. I like a sense of humor because I got a sense of humor. And you got to remember, nothing offends me. And I got a good sense of humor. I'm joking around all the time. And I can tell Betty's got a good sense of humor. And Wendy does too because she has to put up with me, right? I got into gardening over the Lanamite runs. You got it? Oh, really? That's cool. That's awesome. You got into gardening. Right on. Well, gardening's a good hobby. You guys check out Duck Killer Clyde's channel sometime. He's got some good vids on there, and he's got some pretty killer palms. Very killer. They're beautiful Trachycarpus palms. I've never been anywhere into the South Pacific. I've only been to Hawaii, and I've been into the Caribbean. I've been to Oregon many times, California, Mexico, Alaska a few times, Alberta. I've never been anywhere east of that. And I've been to Florida, Miami. I got into gardening. Let's see. Trevor. Oh, was he getting trolled when he was a kid? Really, it doesn't surprise me. But anyway, his channel now is hip hop. I'm not a hip hop guy, but he does write some pretty good stuff. So his channel is Blue Naughty. You can check it out, and he always puts videos on there. Uh, Maybe one day I'll go to Australia. You know what? I don't know. I don't like sitting on an airplane too long. It's just my back gets too sore. It's funny. Our friend just came back from Hawaii the other day, and I don't know if I mentioned this. He just came back from Maui, and the plane was basically empty. He posted a picture of him on the plane, and there was nobody behind him in the seats. It was like really weird. And at the airport, he was at Kahului Airport. It was dead. And then he landed at Chicago Airport at O'Hara. It was dead. It was just like something out of the Twilight Zone. Really, really freaky. I have some of my friends' palms that are growing to this day. That's awesome. Cool. I told you the story. I started liking palms at a very young age, and it started with a postcard my aunt sent our family from Hawaii. So I was a little kid. It was around probably 6 years old, somewhere around there, and 7 years old. It was in the early 70s, 1970, 71. I started getting addicted to palm trees. And whenever somebody was on a trip, they came back from a trip, and they said, we're here or there. I says, did you guys see palm trees? I'd always remember asking that. Was there palm trees there? Because I was always intrigued by palm trees because I'd never see them around here. Go to northern Saskatchewan for northern lights. You can go to Canterbury. I've seen them once, Benjamin, at my last place on the mainland. I've never seen them here. But I had an old gaming channel, 2013. It was trolled badly, a palm tree, dude. That's not good. I don't know why people do that. Yeah, so I don't know. The Hawaiian monarchist. Oh, sweet. I got to put your name in the draw. Hawaiian monarchist. You're in the draw, okay? So join into the live streams more often. Aloha to you. And we will hopefully pick your name out of the hat. Hawaiian monarchist. I like it. Anthems and songs. Anthems and songs. Okay, so once a month I'm going to do a draw, and hopefully your name will be picked out of the hat. Or though it could be Duck Killer Clyde and Betty's name I pull out of the hat. Hawaiian monarchist. So I'm going to put your name in there. Well, Hawaiian monarchist, we're going to hopefully head back to Maui next year. So if you're on Maui, you're not on Maui, are you? You're on the Big Island, correct? Is that where you are? Are you on the Big Island? Jane's over on Oahu. My friend Jane, she's over in Kapahulu, near Waikiki. Okay, so you're in the draw there, Hawaiian monarchist. Hope you had a good New Year's over there in the Hawaiian Islands. I got addicted to palm trees from Myrtle Beach. I bet you there are so many palm trees in Myrtle Beach. Have your sable miners seeded? No, but they do occasionally in parts of near Vancouver. I've never had seeds. I've had them flower here before. I don't know if we get enough heat at this part of Salt Spring for them. Sherry Klein, listening, enjoying your conversation. Happy New Year. Fidalgo Island. Hey, Sherry, do I have your name in the draw? I do now. Sherry Klein. A lot of names in this hat. Okay, Sherry, you're in the hat too for the draw. All right? You're in there. There's a lot of names in here. I mean, we're going to be approaching 70 soon, right? So I got to put your name down here. Make sure that I've got your name in the draw, Sherry Klein. And, it's just going to be like a random surprise, right? I got addicted to palms. Thanks for watching, Sherry, and I hope you had a happy New Year. Starting liking palms when I visited family in the Philippines. Lots of palm trees in the Philippines. You know what? The first time I ever saw my first palm trees was in 1981 when I went to California, and I was hugging every palm I could. I posted a photo of a Hawaiian lobelia. Oh, thanks, Jane. I'll check it out. People who love palm trees. We'll be there. After this live stream, we'll check it out. Hey, Wendy, are you making brats?
Yeah, they're made.
Oh, Wendy made some bratwurst? No, not bratwurst. Frankfurters. I'd love to go to the Philippines, too. Pretty cool place. I know a lot of Filipino people. They're nice people. I said this. Said all of us kids love. I'm a big kid. Really, I am. I'll never grow up. Would you like to meet? Would like to meet? Yeah, I'd like to meet Sandra. I'd like to meet Duck Killer Clyde. I'd like to meet Jane. I'd like to meet Sherry. I'd like to meet Alec. I'd like to meet Bugger Muffins. Bugger Muffins, Benjamin, Palm Tree Dude. I've met White with Dreamy Eyes, Defter. You know what? I don't have Defter's name in there. Defter, you're not in the draw. So let's put you in the draw too. So Defter's name is now in the draw. You got to remember, you got to actually watch the live streams to know if you won or not, right? So, and like I say, once a month, we will pull a name out of this bucket. I say hat, but it's not a hat. It's actually it's an Isogenics container, and it works really well, and it smells good too. So somebody, it's like winning a lottery, right? You just never know. If your name's not in there, you don't have a chance of winning. But there's a lot of names in there. Okay, so what do we got here? There's a lot of comments on here, and they just keep flying by. So Jane, I'm going to check out that the photo of the Hawaiian lobelia. I appreciate that. Joe, my wife Marlene says hello. Hello, Marlene. Happy New Year to you. And Sandor and Wendy says Happy New Year as well. Would you like to meet? Let's just see. I love all you guys. You guys are awesome. This is like one big family. And you know what? We're social distancing here. We're not getting close. We're doing it all via the internet, which is kind of cool, right? And people from all over the world, it just brings everybody closer together, the internet, which I think is really cool. You know what I mean? Couldn't imagine doing this 25 years ago, even 20 years ago. You know, I mean, you remember when you got your first computer? I mean, some of you guys are young. You always had flat screens. The first computer I got was in 1997. It was just this big bulky thing. And I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. And I look at that thing now, it's just a dinosaur. And it's funny how outdated things become just after a few years now. They're always upgrading. You remember your first cell phone? I remember when the first cell phones came out. I'm going to say it was maybe the early to mid 90s, maybe early 90s. And I just remember them being really big and bulky with an antenna on them, like a walkie-talkie. And now you got these tiny little, well, you got iPhones. And then we had the flip phone. It was crazy. First computer I used wasn't a flash. It was I got to experience okay, cool. So that's what ours was too. It looked like an old TV set, basically. Isn't that crazy? Well, one day, Sandor, you can come out here to the coast. You know what I mean? If you're out here on the coast, then we can all meet, right? I don't leave the island too much. I usually go over to the big island. I try not to go to Vancouver too much. It's just too busy for me. And after you've been on Salt Spring Island, it'd be like going to Lytton. It's nice and quiet. And let's just see. Also, our TV wasn't a flat screen until 2012. Yeah, we have Wendy's got a flat screen. I think it's a Sharp or a Samsung 52-inch. Have you all seen Alan Brown's garden? Oh, Alan Brown has awesome gardens. He's in South Carolina, right? Yeah. He's got amazing gardens. Everything grows down in South Carolina. And Dave loves Lytton. Gotta like to have a place where you really love to go. You know what? That's fun. And then you really look forward to that place. And you always want to go back there. And then you know the place. It's kind of like your second home. So we're going to say Lytton is like Dave's second home. And he's got a good video on Lytton too. I've seen one of your two videos on Lytton. I'm the Lytton dude. You are the Lytton dude. I had a Commodore 60. Oh, I remember those Commodores. Wow. I've had a lot of different computers over the years. You know, I still have one here from the early 2000s, and it'll still work. It's an Acer. It's an Acer laptop. It's just that it's a lot slower right now, but that one still works. That one's from around 2003 or 2. Two Lytton videos, yes, and I've seen them. They're awesome. Because I know one of them you were kind of dissing Vancouver, and I laughed. I thought it was funny. I thought that was a good video. I don't know how long I'm going to live stream here. Maybe for just an hour, because I'm getting really hungry, and I want one of those Frankfurters. And then I'm actually going to try live streaming on Wendy's iPad on her channel and see if it actually works. Because I was really annoyed when I started live streaming on her channel, and I was into it for about a minute or two, and then it died. And I saw you guys showed up, which was nice of you. But I don't know what it is with her computer. It just doesn't like the live stream with me on it. Anyway, we'll give it a shot. But you got to remember, Wendy's iPad here is a 2012 model. It is ancient. Look at that iPad. That is ancient, that thing. It's a dinosaur of iPads. TTLFC, good to see you in there. It's the hottest town in Canada. Yes. No Palms, but it's hot. But there's probably cactus up there. When is the live stream on Wendy's channel? Well, Palms USA, I tried one earlier and it didn't work, but there's a lot of people that showed up. I tried one at 1 o'clock. And I'm going to try one after I eat my lunch. So I'm going to eat my lunch. And then maybe at 3 o'clock, I might try one on Wendy's channel. We'll see. We'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's Gulf Island rock, and we'll see. Yes, we have many agaves. We have. Let me in my mind. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have about 8 agaves and a lot of offsets on the agaves. So yes, about 8 of them. I think Windsor might be warmer. Then where? And Windsor does get warm in the summer. It gets hot. I like how Arkansas Southeast wildlife overlaps the prairie wild. Yeah, they even have crocodiles down there too in parts of Arkansas in the south, right? I could try to send you an agave pup. That'd be sweet, Jane. You send me that. I will send you something. I can't send seeds into Hawaii. You could easily send me an agave pup. And what you do on it, you put indoor use only. Indoor use. That's the trick. So when I'm shipping to the out of the country, you have to fill out a customs label like this. When I ship my palms and seeds right there. And right here, so if I'm shipping something to Tennessee, it's palm seeds. I will put palm seeds cleaned and washed, indoor use. I always put indoor use in there. So when you fill out a customs label, you put indoor use only. And that way it will easily get here. I had a guy ship me a box of stuff from Tennessee about 30 years ago. And the first time it didn't make it. The second time it did. Arkansas has alligators, scorpions, tarantulas, diamondback. Yeah, they have everything down there, man. That's crazy. We got up to 41 Celsius in this past. Wow, that is hot. That's how hot it gets at Port Alberni. That's the record hotspot in Vancouver Island. They got up to 41 Celsius. I think it was last summer. Oh, my shorthand talk makes sense. I'm not good with shorthand, but it is an agave hardy. It'll totally work here, Jane. For sure, Jane, I'm going to give you, Jane, my email is bananajoe@telus.net. Okay, so Jane, watch this. bananajoe@telus.net. And Jane, I will trade you something for it. Okay, so that's my email if you want to get my coordinates, my address. And then if you do, I will send you something back for it for sure. I'm good like that. Okay, but yeah, I know it can get really hot in Ontario too. Southern Ontario, they grow tobacco. They grow peaches, apricots, everything down there. Let's just see. You probably saw my video, Dave, with the bird cooking in the heat. Oh, man. The only bird I've seen cooked is actually in the park where he hit a high tension wire. And somebody commented on the video the other day. It was a crow. And I don't know what it did. It sat on the wrong wire. It crossed wires and it totally fried the crow. So that was years ago. The warmest temperature here on Salt Spring Island is 38 degrees Celsius. So about 100 or 100.1 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the high record temperature on Salt Spring Island. So 38 degrees Celsius. And that definitely didn't happen at this spot. I can tell you that. Yeah, it's no, I haven't been down there because I've been off work, GD Gardens. I've been off work for 2 weeks now. I've been on holiday, so I really haven't been down there, but I hopefully will be down there in a couple of more weeks. And hopefully it'll be moving. If not, it doesn't. If it does, it does. If it does, I'm definitely going to shoot a video of it. I made a new video on my home of Elora. Okay, I'm going to check it out. What is the most accurate weather forecast website for world? I don't know the world, but I use for my weather, I have a weather station, so it's okay. I'm very interested in what it does here in this property at this location of the island, but I use the 7-day Southern Gulf Island forecast, Environment Canada Southern Gulf Island forecast, but I'm not too sure of the world forecast, but I have a Google Tower in the kitchen and I can ask it anywhere's weather and it will tell me. Alec Creep, you can't get over. Yeah, it's crazy, eh? Alec, it's really bizarre. But you know, if you go to YouTube and punch in swings moving on their own, there's lots of swings that seem to be moving on their own. And a lot of people claim it's just the way the wind hits it. So maybe it's just the way the wind hits it. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but it just seems strange to me that only one moves and the other one doesn't. And I thought it was just the same one moving all the time. But when I went the last one, I checked the video, it was actually the one swing over, right? So where are the most consistent year-round temperatures in Canada? Right here, right on the Pacific coast of Canada. They don't get any more consistent than this. Put it this, daytime temperature this morning was 9 degrees Celsius. We're 9, and the low temperature was 7. I think it was 7.2. I'll tell you what our low temperature was. 7.2. There's my new weather book. and I write it like that, right? And then I put the precipitation down there. So the low temperature was 7.2 today, and the high temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. -6 and freezing rain in the falls. Wow. Stay safe. Freezing rain is nasty stuff. It is the whole West Coast, -16. Yeah, it's the whole Pacific coast of Canada is really regulated by the Pacific. It's 100% influenced by the Pacific Ocean. So you're not going to see big swings like this. So if you get a deep freeze and the temperature goes down to say -5 degrees Celsius, the daytime temperature might be 2 degrees Celsius or maybe just above freezing or at freezing, but you don't get really big swings. You're not going to see -15 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees or sorry, 15 degrees Celsius. You know, so if it's -15 degrees Celsius, then the daytime temperature might only be -6 or -5 degrees Celsius. That's the way it works here, but we don't get those temperatures here, so I don't have to worry about that. It's very, very consistent. It's more like this across the board. Yeah, I noticed that today. I don't know what I'm on my other channel. I have to check it. I have to put a video. I've been putting videos. 21,000. It's going up. But you know what? It's not it's nice to get the subscribers, but you know, YouTubers, you can have YouTubers with very little subscribers, like just over 1,000, that make a ton of money on their channel, right? You know what I mean? That's the way it works. So subscribers don't make you money. It's actually the views. That's what makes you the money, right? I'm subscribed to nobody. Excellent. You're an excellent guy. I'm not one of them. Yeah. So I don't ask for subscribers, and I think it's great that people are watching the videos, so they're obviously interested in what I'm shooting here. Yeah, you're going to get some negative comments, but I don't let those bother me. I really don't let those bother me at all. There's always going to be. There was one on my Jungle Joe C the other day. The guy saying there are no palm trees or this and that anywhere in Canada. So I just told the guy basically do his homework. You know, he was in Quebec. And it was on a video, and I said that yesterday. Canada's Hawaiian Island. That's the title of the video on Jungle Joe C. Shot just about 9 years ago. It was down in a garden, a private garden on Salt Spring Island. So this bonehead's watching the video. He can clearly see that there's palm trees in the video, and then he's telling me that this doesn't happen in Canada anywhere. I can't stand that. I don't know why it really agitates me. So I can't let it bother me too badly. But I want to just, oh, you know what I mean? It's annoying. Been subscribed to yours both channels. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Alec. I started that other one in 2012, April 2012. I know. Canadians getting mad at Canada not being how they think. Silly. Try planting trachea in Nelson in a sheltered location. See how it does in the winter. Multiple winters. Yeah, I don't think they will ever survive there. In my opinion, I don't think they're. I know Nelson. I know a lot of people from Nelson that moved here. They do get a lot of snow, and it can get cold there too. But I don't know. I think the cold is too prolonged for Trachycarpus. Even if it's -7 or 8 degrees Celsius, it stays too long. And Nelson is supposed to be very nice, but I don't think you're going to ever see palm trees. You're not going to see any Trachycarpus palms in Nelson, but you got to remember, arborescent palms are less cold hardy than the shrubby palms. So sable minor and rhapidophyllum are much more cold hardy. Those would have a chance probably in Nelson, but I don't think a Trachycarpus palm would have a chance in Nelson. Trachycarpus with a trunk, arborescent. Control my trachy fibers. What I actually hate is when people assume the entire exactly. And palm tree dude, that's what bothers me, because he lives in Quebec, this one guy, not talking about you, Benjamin, this other guy, because he lives somewhere else in Canada, he assumes that it's the same here in this part of Canada. And I post pictures all the time on Canadian gardeners, and it's like, well, we have 3 feet of snow here. Well, I says, well, you know what? I'm not where you are. This is here. This is the west coast of Canada. This isn't northern Saskatchewan or northern Alberta or wherever you are. You know what I mean? I can't believe people can be that dumb. Honestly, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. There's 9 different growing zones in Canada. And being a gardener in Canada on the Canadian Gardeners site, you should know that. And they assume it's cold. And everybody assumes that there's people in the deep south that probably think we live in igloos up here. Does this look like an igloo? I think this is a pretty awesome igloo. This is our igloo up here. I don't know what it is. I mean, Mac Attack used to live on Salt Spring Island, so he knows what it's like on Salt Spring Island. He knows it's a completely different climate than there. And I'm not saying Ontario is a bad climate. It's just a different climate here, and everybody's got to make the best of what they have. You can grow palm trees in any climate you want. You can grow palm trees in any province you want, providing you protect them in the wintertime. If you want to there's lots of guys that grow palm trees in Ontario and some nice ones, but you have to box them in and put heat. If you don't, they're going to die. That's the bottom line. That's the way it works. And I'm not saying it to be mean. It's just reality, right? You can grow a palm tree in Nebraska. You can grow them in Pennsylvania. I see guys growing them there, and that's awesome. I think more power to them. But you have to box them in, and you have to use a thermal cube with heat or whatever other method of heat you're going to use. What would you say your favorite animated movie is? Animated movie, Heavy Metal. I saw it in 1981 at the it was down on Granville Street. Heavy Metal, because I like the music in it. I love the soundtrack. No, I don't know about needles, and I don't know of any needles growing unprotected in Quebec. I have a lot of friends that live in Quebec, and I don't know of any needles that grow there unprotected. People don't believe me when I say, yeah, well, you know what? I had one lady get so upset with me one time about my videos, and she says, all my videos are fake. There's no way palms could ever grow anywhere in Canada. And she was just downright nasty. So basically, I told her to, I said a few nasty things to her, and I got rid of her. Danny, the city of Trail, BC planted little palm just north of downtown many years ago. It's no longer there. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would never survive long term. That's in the Trail is near Cranbrook and Creston, I think. Somewhere down there along the border, isn't it? Ontario palms and tropicals. I know there are people. There's a lot of ignorant people out here. There really are. Jin, hello, Jin. Happy New Year with wrapping, but no heat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would work. I don't know of anybody that's had a needle palm survive a winter in Quebec with wrapping and no heat. Just like the one in Nova Scotia. There is one in Nova Scotia at the Botanical Garden in Halifax, and I don't know if it's there anymore. It's a needle palm. It looked pretty beat up last winter. I don't know if it's still there. And in Halifax, they got to box them in the palms too. People don't think it gets hot in the summer like that. Well, you know what? Yeah, like Canada has desert too. And that's the thing. So it's a big country, and there's a lot of different climate zones in Canada, right? You know what I mean? It's like Alaska. Alaska is a big state, but if you come down the panhandle in Alaska, it's pretty mild there because it's ocean influence. I've been there 3 times. Sandra, I really don't consider anyone dumb, just yeah, maybe it's misinformed. I'm not going to know. Yeah, and I don't know everything about everything either. Issue is stubbornness. And you know what? Some people have tunnel vision too. They don't see beyond this. You know what I mean? So they're only stuck in their own little bubble, in their own little town, and they're only really worried about what goes on where they live. Maybe they haven't done a lot of traveling. You know what I mean? I get people that come here, and you know, you'll get tourists ride past our place on bicycles, and some of them from the East Coast. And it was these people 2 summers ago from Connecticut, and they were absolutely blown away when they saw the palm trees on Salt Spring Island. They had no idea that palm trees could grow on Salt Spring Island. They were the nicest people. It was a family, and they sent us they sent Wendy and I shirts from Connecticut, actually from New York, from the Terry Fox run. Really cool. It definitely gets hot there. Yeah, it's really hot in Ontario. Humid and hot. Yes, getting emotional a bit, feel bad about themselves. Montreal is so hot. It's very hot and humid in Montreal. Yes, and that's one thing we do not get here. Vancouverites are ignorant about the rest of Canada, willfully ignorant. They could be, even though being wrong isn't bad all the time. That's right. Trail is just southwest of Nelson. Hot in the summer, yes. Kind of cold, yeah. Well, what is the temperature in Nelson today? Can somebody look up the temperature in Nelson? I'm curious. I mean, it might not be that cold there because it's been mild in Alberta, right? So I'm thinking it's mild all in that area. I mean, it could be 5 or 6 degrees in Nelson right now. But like I say, look up the all-time lows in Nelson, and that's what I look up on a city. When I'm going to grow palm trees in a certain place, I want to see what the all-time low temperatures are. Is it palm killing cold? Most people are nice and able to learn. Yeah, exactly. A camel who likes Coke. I agree with you, man. And we're always learning. And we learn from one another too. What's your favorite mountain to climb on Salt Spring? I like Erskine, Mac Attack. We really like Erskine. Maxwell's okay. The view up there is good, but I would have to say Erskine. That's one of my favorites. I love it up there. Benjamin, yes, my cousins live in Montreal and it was very humid when I visited this summer. Yes, super humid there. Yeah, I was born there too, and I try to avoid Vancouver. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Vancouver. I have relatives that live there, but I'm not going to live in Vancouver. It's too expensive. I could never afford to live in Vancouver. And I was born, like I say, in Vancouver. I lived there till I was 4.5 years old, or a little older, and then we moved to Lulu Island. We moved to Richmond, and I lived there for 8 or 9 years, and then I moved to southwest corner of Langley, and then I moved from there to here. Updates on ukes? Yeah, but not yet, Alec, because it's going to be expensive. So for 2 eucalyptus trees to get cut down, it's going to be just about $2,000. So hopefully this spring. I'm not going to cut them down yet. I'll wait till the spring or summer, and it just depends how busy our friend Thomas is. He's got a bucket truck. He's an arborist, and he does a lot of work for us at the Parks Department, cutting dangerous trees. He's good. He's done lots of work for us here, and he cut some big trees down for us. So if we get them cut, don't worry. I will shoot a video. Vancouver is expensive, and it's busy, and it's just, I like the ruralness of Salt Spring Island. It's quiet here, man. And put it this way, before you ever visit Salt Spring Island, go visit Vancouver, and then you tell me what you like better. You know what I mean? I know what Dave White with Dreamy Eyes likes better. I mean, it's like, what do you think he likes better, Lytton or Vancouver? We know he likes Lytton because Lytton's laid back. Or Salt Spring or Vancouver? I'm pretty sure Dave will say Salt Spring Island because it is a lot more laid back here. Like I said, we don't even have traffic lights. Is it like Seattle? Vancouver's like Seattle. It's big like Seattle. Koa trees don't grow as spindly as eucalyptus. I got to try koa. I need some seed. If I go to Hawaii, if we make it there, which we're hoping to make it there on Maui next November, then I'll try to scoop some koa seed. Yes, I love the nature getaway aspect. The rat race. Yeah, there's no rat race at all on Salt Spring Island. Even when it's busy in the summertime, it's still way quieter than Vancouver. You know what I mean? Toronto's crazy, but yeah, I've never been there, but it'd be cool to visit. It'd be nice to visit every province in Canada, really, just so I could say I've seen the country. I've never been anywhere in Canada except, like I said, Alberta twice, and that was it. And Lytton, Kamloops. I've been up to Yellowhead. Gonna try. Oahu's nice in October. I've been in October. It's great. Weather's perfect, Alec. Who's going here? Camel. Well, gotta go. Okay, take care. Happy New Year's, Camel who likes Coke. Nice talking to you. Thanks for stopping in and joining every live stream if you can. Have a great day out there. Hopefully 2021 will be a lot better than 2020. I like mountains, fog, cool summers for us. Yeah, we don't get a lot of fog here, but if you want fog, go over to the west coast of Vancouver Island, Benjamin, and it rolls in like a thick blanket. I haven't been to Canada yet so far. Countries I've been outside the U.S. and Europe. Cool. I've been to the U.S. a lot, like tons and tons. I've been to the U.S. Matter of fact, we used to do our grocery shopping in the U.S. every month when I lived on the mainland because we live right by the U.S. Santa Ventura and Tropicals, as I visited a great city, I actually found compared to this traffic. Yeah, my son loved New York. He thought it was pretty awesome. My youngest son's been to New York. He had a great time there. My dad's been to Canada for work and he liked it. Cool. Canada's not a bad place. We're all a bunch of friendly folk up here. Wouldn't you say, Dave? Yeah, Haida Gwaii would be nice too. I want to go see there. Definitely Haida Gwaii. Okay. Alec, take care. All the best to you. Happy New Year. I'm going to roll out of here too because I think those big smokies that Wendy made are definitely really cold now. And I'm dying for a smoky. And then I'll try a live stream maybe while I'm eating a smoky on her YouTube channel. I'll see if it'll work. Okay, guys, I'm going to say take care to all of you out there. And it's been a great live stream. And I'm glad I can wish all you guys a happy New Year. And it doesn't look like this discussion got too heated in here today. Looks like yesterday it got a bit heated. Oh, it was heated yesterday. I love reading comments. I do love reading comments. So I try not to get into the heated discussions. I leave it to the other guys. I've been to 26 states and 2 provinces. Holy mackerel. 26 states. That's crazy. I've been to Alaska, Florida, Texas, Washington, Oregon, California. I've been to 6 states. Oh, and Hawaii, 7. Okay, guys. I'm going to go to just about 30, 40 more seconds here. Then we're going to pull the plug on this first live stream of 2021. Isn't that crazy? Doesn't it seem futuristic, man? 2021, it just blows me away. Okay, Happy New Year, everybody, and stay safe out there. Enjoy the weather if you're having good weather. It's looking pretty West Coasty out here. It looks like the wet coast out there today. Thanks, Palms USA and Mac Attack. It is very futuristic. Very, very futuristic, Mac Attack. Really is. Buck Rogers in the 21st century. There's these shows back then. You think, man, it's 2021 now. Sounded so far away. Just a couple. Isn't that crazy, Sam? Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. And cheers and aloha from Salt Spring Island. And I'll try to do another live stream before I go back to work on Monday. All right. Take care and stay safe.